on KSNT News.
Well, good evening to you, and thanks for joining us for KSNT News at 10. I'm Molly Pat.
And I'm Pete Francis. We start with developing news out of Manhattan that we've been following all day. Bill Snyder is retiring.
Yeah, that's right. After 27 seasons, a highway and stadium named after him, he's handing the team off. It's news that's been floating around for weeks now, and we've been following it since the start. We have complete team coverage with Sully Ingalls, Hannah Brandt, Kelly Saberi, and the man who broke the news to the entire country, Ryan Black, live in the studio tonight.
And let's start with Sully, who was there as players first heard the news. Sully, what was that atmosphere like out there today?
Well, it was a somber mood as players left the facility and not much was said. Those folks that were getting the news of the legend retiring, they needed a moment to let it sink in. We saw players hugging in the parking lot and a wide variety of emotions on their face. All in all, it was just a somber day. Although we couldn't talk to any current players, I ran into Dalton Reisner outside the football complex later that evening, and we talked about what Coach Snyder meant to him.
You know, Coach Snyder, for me in my 5 years at Kansas State, did more than just make me a good football player. The main thing I'm appreciative for is the type of man, the type of husband and father and son and teammate and friend that he transformed me into being.
We'll have more from him and a reaction from the program later in sports.
And joining me now is the man who broke the news today, Ryan Black from the Manhattan Mercury. And Ryan, it's been a wild, wild week. Take us through the process of how this went down.
Wow, you know, it's a great question. You know, certainly, as I shared with you earlier, I did not expect that I'd wake up in Milwaukee this morning because I was there this weekend covering the men's
K-State basketball.
K-State basketball. Went there undefeated, did not come back, you know, that same way because Marquette just shot the lights out with Marcus Howard. So anyway, so I wake up in Milwaukee this morning and, you know, drive to Chicago because that's where I'm flying out of. And, you know, we'd been working on this story I mean, certainly this week has kind of been the whirlwind, but as you know, whether it's me or someone else on the beat or nationally, everyone has been tracking this story.
It's just been crazy all week.
Yes.
And even longer than that, really.
And exactly, you know, because heck, a week ago this time I was still sitting in Ames, Iowa, because I was one of the people who, you know, did not get out early enough to even leave Iowa after basically Kansas got completely shut down. But, you know, that's when we really knew something probably was going to happen because we just know every year this is exactly how it goes. Is Bill Snyder, you know, will he or won't he return? Is this it? And, you know, pretty much we really started getting things rolling after Gene Taylor, the K-State athletics director, did a phone interview with K-Man Radio on Monday. And from there, you know, the rest of the week I constantly was texting with him, and he and a huge credit to him, pretty much answered me a good bit, you know, was trying to keep me informed of when he was supposed to sit down with Snyder officially. And, you know, he was getting, certainly, I'm sure, hit up by a lot of other people other than myself, including, I guess, you know, Kellis Robinette, the Wichita Eagle, and some folks like that. But, you know, even while I was in Milwaukee doing all the hoops stuff this weekend, you know, I was keeping in touch with a lot of people. And I get to the airport this morning, and I got kind of the call that I needed to 100% confirm that, you know, this was official, that Bill Snyder was going to be, you know, stepping away after 27 seasons as head coach. Called up my boss, the Mercury publisher, Ned Seaton, and just we talked, and he's like, Ryan, I want you to go live with it, and, you know, here we are now.
Well, it's certainly been a crazy day. Ryan Black broke the news. Molly, back to you.
All right, thanks. Absolutely a huge legacy there, and Coach Snyder's legacy goes far beyond the sidelines. One way that his time at K-State will be remembered is by the letters that he wrote to K-State athletes and athletes from other schools. KSNT News reporter Hannah Brandt is live in Manhattan right now to tell us how one former athlete is cherishing one of those letters more than ever tonight. Hannah?
Molly, that's right. Coach Snyder was a larger-than-life figure to people here in Manhattan, which is one of the reasons why this stadium is named after him. And the letters that he wrote to people show that not only did he matter to the community, but the community mattered to him as well. A former reporter here at KSNT, Gretchen Kanan, is one of those treasuring a letter tonight. She was a key leader on the equestrian team at K-State, and as a student athlete, she got a few letters from Coach Snyder congratulating her on her success in athletics and academics. For her, receiving those letters was a highlight of her time as an athlete.
And he said, "Dear Gretchen, congratulations on representing the true meaning of student athlete." The first time I got a letter, I was honestly in awe. He's just a celebrity, really, and it's just an honor that he would even take the time to write these thoughtful letters and hand sign them, and you know it's coming from him. So it was an honor. And that was, I think, when our team...
Athletes like Kanan say they'll always treasure the letters. And she says while she is sad to see Snyder go, she knows the team will be in good hands. And no matter what, she'll always be cheering on the Wildcats. Live from Manhattan, Hannah Brandt, KSNT News.
All right, thank you, Hannah. Absolutely something to cherish there. And Snyder once told ESPN that since he started coaching, he writes about a dozen letters each day. He writes them to players on rival teams as well, like KU standout Joe Deneen. Well, Snyder's future and who would take over the team has been a hot topic for K-State fans for months now. And some we talked to say the announcement of his retirement is bittersweet. While they are sad to see him go, they say they aren't surprised by the choice. It's clear that Coach Snyder has made his mark on the team and the community. But some longtime fans say they're ready for a new era.
Oh, he's had a good run. I mean, he's a very good coach and stuff, but he's probably seen the writing on the wall. I mean, it's probably time. I mean, he's been a very good coach, very good for the community, very good for the school.
And fans also say they're grateful for what Snyder has done for the program, and they plan to continue to support the team no matter who takes over. And a Topeka K-State football fan is reminiscing on his years as a Wildcat. He was there when Coach Snyder got his start as the head coach. KSNT News reporter Kelly Saberi talked to him about his favorite memories with the famed coach.
I spoke to a local K-State fan club about how they feel on this emotional day, and they tell me they're so grateful for not only what he's done for K-State football, but Manhattan as a city. Tim Calling was a sophomore when Snyder first started at K-State. He says there are more people at his local bar now than there used to be at the K-State football stadium.
But to see the way he's transformed not only the football program, but the university and really Manhattan as a city, the state of Kansas, some of the things he's done is just amazing, and really thank you, I guess, is not enough.
Now he has season tickets, and his family has met with Coach Snyder many times. He can't believe how the stadium has changed to fit 50,000 fans and the addition of stores and restaurants to accommodate those coming into town for the games. And as for the future of K-State football, the Catbackers say they're not taking today to speculate about the future. Rather, they're just taking today to show respect for the Snyder era. From Topeka, Kelly Saberi, KSNT News.